Hi, it's Leslie, Married at First Sight, the reunion part 1. And as if the show wasn't frustrating enough, it's equally as frustrating watching this frickin' reunion. And we're going to be talking about Claire and Cameron. And one of those is the most evil, conniving, manipulated person on the show. I'll let you wonder who it is. But Emily, we'll get to her though, but Emily doesn't waste any time firing back and trying to throw Brennan and Cameron under the bus.
People hid. Brennan, Cam, you did too, and they ran away from the problem. So you left.
How did I run away?
You ran away because after your marriage, you pulled her aside and said you're not attracted to her, so you ran away emotionally. That put her in a really vulnerable spot.
Oh, interesting.
Secondly, you physically left.
Wait, hold on, stop. Did you pull her aside and say, I'm not attracted to you?
Absolutely not.
This is the craziest kind of spin. So they're trying to blame Cameron for pulling away from Claire after the marriage was over. After Claire basically pushed him aside all those weeks, she was not interested in him. And now he's running away because he's like, I'm done with you. I'm over it. I see what you're about. I'm running away. And it hurt her emotionally. Oh, please. So I guess all the girls banded together and they're saying that Cameron was the brains behind the operation. He was the strategist that basically, was working everything behind the scenes. But what I really think happened is on day 2, Claire said, it's not going to happen between us, so get over it. I'm not attracted to you. I think that's what went down. And Cameron was like, oh God, I got 6 weeks to deal with this crap. Let me see how we can get through it. Because there's got to be conversation. If she's not attracted, it's not going to work. I don't care what the therapists do and all the homework assignments from the experts. It ain't going to make happen what can't happen. I think Cameron at that point just feel like, all right, let's just try to get through this as easily as we can without making us all look like idiots. Good luck with that. But this is Claire's mantra, trying to go along with the other girls, who might have a valid point in some sense, but we'll get to them.
My experience was so off camera. Off camera, we were strategizing. On camera, we were executing the strategy in which you created. Yes, I went along with it. What other option did you give me? I wanted to be your wife and do right by you. And doing right by you meant following what your lead. That we're all going along with you and your plan.
Please take the lead, Cameron. Oh, I don't know how to do this on my own.
Because guess what? I was manipulated by you.
Hold on.
But then right off the jump, we get this little bombshell. Cameron, who has come to play. Love Cameron. He's throwing it all out there.
Things took a turn pretty badly pretty quickly. The second night of the honeymoon, after hours of crying, Claire shared that she was in love with her boyfriend. And I say boyfriend because it's my understanding that it was active. You were someone else.
You are lying.
Those are your words.
You are lying.
Those are your words.
Alrighty then. I guess Lauren has another person that had sex right before this, but whatever. But that's a problem if you're still in love with someone else and you go on this stupid show. But the whole thing is that I guess Claire, and I believe all of this, Claire was not attracted to Cameron. It just wasn't there. I think she thought he was a nice person. He was attracted to her. She might not have been a tall, slender European. She was a short, squatty American, but she was beautiful and he was attracted to her. I believe it's Claire that needed to come up with a plan, because how is she going to go through 6 weeks when she's just not feeling? She's just going to look like a person who didn't even want to put in the effort to try. And basically that's what she was, because maybe she was in love with this other guy or whatever. Who knows? But Claire's sticking to her mantra.
I will say, when you're controlled and you want something to work, you go along with it.
Yeah, right. Nobody's believing you. Cameron says he's told her all along, and we saw it. He told her he was attracted to her. It was obvious. And she was the one that was just not feeling it. And I can't fault her for that. You can't. I mean, you can't make yourself attracted to someone that's not there. But it was not Cameron. Cameron was definitely attracted to her. But he's not an idiot. I mean, thankfully, because there are a lot of idiots. He was like, I'm not going to just keep putting my heart out there. Basically, this isn't going to work. So I need to save myself. So I'm sure he came up with some plan to just get along to, get through it. But it's really all about throwing Claire under the bus. And we love this because you know what? Claire is the worst. She is absolutely the worst conniver out of all of them, the men included. She is the worst. That pretty little exterior, evil conniver. And I guess they confronted her, if you just care about him. Did you go see him when he was sick? He had heart situations and all the things. And no, she didn't.
When Cam was sick, did you go visit him?
Yes.
No,
I tried
never.
several.
She cancelled every time. On me.
I tried to call you 5 different times. 0 response. You wanted nothing to do with me. So stop making me feel like I'm a piece of when all I wanted to do was care for you. And you didn't even give me the space for that. And now you were lying
you
about
want to
it.
talk about text message?
I was lying about this.
Oh, and here come the tears. Well, we're seeing how this is going. It's basically, everybody is playing the producers. I mean, these reality shows have gotten so scripted. Now they're getting scripted by the people on the reality shows instead of just the cutting room floor and the producers. But anyway, here's the host, who I can't even think of his name because I was just so stuck on the fact that, is he wearing like leggings? Like, it looked like tan sweat leggings. And I'm like, are they stylish now? I am just so out of the fashion thing, but that was a weird look to me. But anyway, let's press on. He did have some insight with this one.
The whole thing was such a deception, and you both were a part of that deception, that of course it turned into a show because you tried to deceive the process. And by trying to deceive the process, you screwed yourself. Fair to say?
Yeah, I wish I would have just not.
So as if there wasn't enough shit going back and forth between Cameron and Claire, Cameron, the ultimate player, throws this little move on Claire.
I want to start fresh with the opportunity to try again.
Say what? You want to do what? With who? What, Cameron? We're not believing this, but I think Cameron has come to play. Like, he gets it. He's like, oh, this'll shut her up, because what's she going to say to this? And sure enough, she was like a deer caught in the headlights. Claire was just like she didn't want to say, like, I'm not attracted to you. It's never going to work. I don't even like you. Which is the truth, but he doesn't want her either. But I just love seeing it like turn around on her. Claire tried to handle it diplomatically to save face here.
Had strategizing not been a part of our story, we could have made this work.
Yeah, no one's believing that, Claire. No one's believing that. But then realizing she needed a better excuse than that, she came up with this one.
I just don't have enough trust with Cameron.
Can I earn trust? Can I?
You haven't shown me that you're deserving.
I think checkmate to Cameron. You know, Claire, you did your best, but you know what? She is evil. She is the most manipulative. I don't know how they're going to handle this next season. I think they got to be Mike 24/7. You know what? And just, it is what it is. It's not like many of these couples are having, getting down and dirty in bed, so we don't have to cut that out. I mean, nobody's getting any action. So have them mic'd all the time, and then we'll actually know what's going on. But I guess there's always ways to take those things off. But I don't know what they're going to do next season, because it's just, it's getting tough. So no surprise there's not a future for Cameron and Claire. Oh well. But anyway, come to find out later, which just kind of gives a little more validity to the fact that she was just so caught off track, she didn't even know what to say. Claire later says she's seeing somebody. I'm like, wouldn't that, yeah, and I had to give it to the host guy, who I still can't think of his name, in the tights. Yeah, wouldn't you just say that? If someone says you want to try again, you'd be like, well, I'm seeing somebody. Because I don't know if she is or she isn't. Claire, checkmate. Cameron got you there, Anyway, we still got to plow through all these other loser couples, and they are a mess. Emily, she gets the award for the biggest piece of work. But anyway, I follow this nonsense every week, so if you want to follow along, please subscribe, hit the notification bell, because there's more of this crap to come. See you next week. Bye.